My parents were Disney fanatics. And so I went to Disney World before I was 16. And I lived in Boston here, um, probably over 25 times. When you think of new disruptive technologies when they're coming out, a lot of times it takes a lot of education. And so when we were early stage at Hugging Face, most companies had not even heard of what a transformer model is. You had to really kind of turn the crank with people and get them to understand why this whole thing really mattered. Whereas I kind of look at the world of post ChatGPT 3.5 when it launched to the public, right? It became much easier to adopt and much clearer in terms of what that path would be in terms of how people could implement it, because they already were doing so in their personal lives, and now they needed to just fold it into business operations. I think a lot of founders have this perception that they need to gate their product until it is qualified, and I think the best kind of companies, the ones that are doing so well and accelerating their actual work, is having a great product and accelerating the ability to get it into people's hands. I'll never forget, I was at a startup where Ben Horowitz was on my board, and I was just hired as the head of sales. And it's literally day 3, I walk into my first board meeting with Ben. Pretty intimidating. And we're talking about go-to-market and building stuff out. And I asked Ben, as I'm growing this company, who's the first hire I bring in from a sales perspective? And he goes, your first hire always has to be your solution engineer. And I said, not a BDR, not a salesperson. He goes, no. He goes, here's why. He goes, your solution engineer being in so early is the function that will set up and alleviate the founder from having to be your solution engineer. I know there's been a lot of talk already about can we get rid of DocuSign and other types of solutions at big companies, because now I can just code it internally. But if you start peeling back the onion of that, well, then what are big companies then going to buy in general if they have the ability to replace a lot of different SaaS software that they have? And what is going to be the reason they keep certain vendors and replace others with technology they can build?